Hi, I'm Katie VanZeeland, and welcome to your message for the week of March 30th through April 5th, 2020. This week, it was kind of interesting, the message. One thing that was, I call it channeled through me because it wasn't a thought and then I spoke it, but it came out with one of my beautiful clients this week, and that was, the more you say, the less that is heard. The more you say, the less that is heard. And as I was tuning in and receiving guidance, I got a lot of information again. And as I started kind of sifting through it and just writing, I heard this is a series of 4 readings. So to not talk as much, hopefully, or if I do, oh well. It's broken up, but the key word this week is trust. Trust. And it's going to be the key word for the next 4 weeks at least, and it could probably be forever because it's something that I believe and I feel and I hear and I know that we all struggle with to some degree. You might think you don't trust other people. You might think you don't trust situations, higher powers, whatever. But ultimately, the trust comes within ourselves. And this week, I'm hearing trust. All is as it's meant to be. All is as it's meant to be. Anything other than what is your ego wanting it to be something else and thinking that we have control, and we don't have control. So ultimately this week it's trust. Surrender to all the things that you think or claim as yours or mine. Notice where you say mine, or what you think is yours. We don't really own anything, or things don't belong to us. They're not ours. And I know we can fight that, right? On the most simplistic level, yeah, you bought something, you own it. You signed papers, it's yours. But you don't leave with anything, right? We don't leave this world with anything. We don't own anything when we leave. Like, that's not even a thing. It's not even a thing. We make it a thing here. And it's something that we do and that we invest in, and that then we think builds our confidence, it builds our self-worth, it builds our security, it makes us feel safe. So we're being asked to trust. Trust that you can surrender and let go of all the things that you claim as yours. A title, things, relationships. You don't own anybody. You say, my children, yeah, you birthed them, and yes, oh my goodness, that takes a superhero to do, okay? And how miraculous. But ultimately, with the higher wisdom and bigger picture, you don't own your children. You don't own your spouse. You don't own your employees. You don't own all the things. Again, we can fight it on the simplistic level in this third dimensional reality. Yes, we own them. But what we're being taught and asked to question this week is, can we trust that we can surrender to all the things that we claim as ours? know that they're really not in the big picture. I look down and I have all these amazing crystals and they're mine, but they're not. I love them and I appreciate them, but they're not mine, and they'll go away and I'll leave and they'll still be here. And that's just an example, but we all have things and job titles and relationships and things that build our egos. So again, we're trusting all is as it's meant to be, and we're trusting that we can surrender. We can surrender to all the things and let go of this idea that they are ours or mine. Doesn't mean you have to change anything or sell all your stuff. It does not mean that. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. That's not the message. The message is gaining that understanding that we don't own any of this. We're here having an experience. And all is as it's meant to be. And to trust that. To really trust that. And surrender to all the things that you claim. Surrender to letting go. Surrender to letting go to all the things that you claim as yours. And it's just an energy shift. It's just an understanding. You're still in relationships. You're still a parent. You're still a sibling. You're still a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, a spouse, a partner. You're still playing those roles. But can you surrender to knowing that you aren't any of them at the same time? And they aren't yours. They aren't yours. The same with all the things in this world. We're all going through transition, right? And you might be losing things, jobs, security blankets. It all goes away in the end anyways. So this is a beautiful practice in surrendering to knowing that you are okay. All is as it's meant to be. Trust in the higher powers. Trust in God. Trust in Spirit. Trust in Creator. That this is all happening for a reason. Surrender to all the, and let go of all the things that you claim as yours or mine. That's mine. It's not. It's a blessing that you get to play the role of a mother. Awesome. It's a blessing that you get to play the role of a husband. That's amazing. What an experience. But it's not who you are. And it's not yours. Your wife isn't yours. On the biggest level. We're talking the biggest level. And we have to gain that awareness. We still maneuver through life, but we want to maintain that higher awareness of truth so that we're not so caught up in all the fears that come with having to hang on to all that is ours, right? It's not ours. So trust is going to be the message, at least as far as I know, for right now. Trust that you can surrender and it'll be okay. You surrendering won't make anything go away. We're talking about the energy behind the things. It doesn't mean you have to sell your stuff. That's not what we're talking about. It doesn't mean you have to quit your job. You might already be struggling with losing jobs, right? We're not talking about having to literally let go and get rid of. We're talking about a shift in consciousness. A shift in consciousness is totally different than saying, this isn't mine anyways, I might as well just throw it to the curb. That is not the message. Okay, that's very literal, very closed-minded, boxed in. We're talking big picture, a shift in consciousness, surrender, and trust. All is as it's meant to be, and that you can let go of all the things that you claim as yours, or roles that you claim as yours. And you're still amazing and loved and spectacular and sparkly and powerful. Way more powerful than you could ever imagine. Okay? All right. Okay, fun stuff. Let me move this big crystal. That's mine. Just kidding. It's not really mine, but it is for right now. So we're gonna pull a card. Oh geez, not 12. That would be a little overwhelming. Oh, okay. You're jumping out. Rhodonite. Oh, fun. Forgiveness, reconciliation, and freedom. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. It's very healing for heart-centered. It kind of repairs old scars, old beliefs. Kind of releasing all the things that have held us bound and kept us back from expanding, which is exactly what this is. When we can let go and surrender to knowing that we don't own any of this. We are these free spirits here, and we've just gotten so locked down by the third dimension, all the reality of like having to kind of lock ourselves in to feel safe. Once we realize and maintain that higher awareness, we are released from this bounded energy. So rhodonite is a beautiful healing crystal that helps you tap into that expansiveness, okay? Greater love for yourself and the freedom. So awesome. All right, sending you all so much love and healing and health and just a beautiful space of coming into you, which is such a gift. Such a gift. I look forward to connecting with you next week.